All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful Akim out there pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations. They may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line of your lineage goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Halakia from the GMS Denver Count coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai with another lesson. And in this lesson here, man, I want to go into a greater glory coming, or I can't remember exactly what the title was, but I had wrote it down, so that's what the title would be. But it's something to that effect of us coming into a better existence, a higher existence, being taken away from all this pain and all this suffering that we go through here at Babylon the Great, because this is only temporary, man. This is not where the Most High intended for His people to be forever. We're sojourners here, and we're just passing through. And what I'm saying, we passing the time of our sojourning here in fear, waiting upon our Lord Yahweh Shai, man, because we got to go home. We got to go home, man. And it's about that time, and being transitioned from this kingdom into our kingdom, man, it's going to bring us into an existence that can't even be comprehended. And we say it all the time because that's truly what it is. It's an existence that can't even be comprehended. We can't even fathom the level of glory that we're about to be brought into when Yahweh Shai returns, man. You see, because all we know here is this bullshit that we've experienced here. We haven't experienced immortality or being completely righteous or having spiritual powers and being fully on one accord with Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai, But that's what we're gonna be brought into very soon, and then it's gonna be. I can't even find the words to explain it, so let's just get into it. So this is Isaiah 64:4. It says, "For since the beginning of the world, men have not heard, nor perceived by the ear, neither have the eye seen, O Most High, beside thee what He hath prepared for him that waited for Him." You hear that? So like it's another reason we need to get out of these damn bodies, man. It's sick and shit. You see, all that's we're gonna be taken away from all that. But it says, "I have not seen, it have not heard." You see? What Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is about to bring us into in the midst of this final salvation, man, it can't be comprehended. It's never been seen before. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be gods on the earth, man. Coming back, we're gonna be the Elohim on the earth. Coming back into the fullness of being the sons of the Most High again. Hey, like we know according to prophecy, we're going to be tied back to the Most High. We're going to be up on that second covenant, so we're going to be completely righteous, never sinning, never going off again, just being blessed 24/7. You see, anytime we call upon the Most High, He's going to answer our call before we even finish praying to Him, man. That's the type of level we're about to be brought on, man. You see? And it's hard to put words to it or properly explain it because it's just that glorious. It's just that glorious. I have not seen, you have not heard what the Most High is going to bring the remnant into, man. You see, a kingdom will indwell of righteousness where we're ruling, where we're sovereign. No heathen nations ruling over us. You see? No more sorrow, no more suffering. You see, all that's going to be left here in Babylon, man. So this is why we wait upon Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. This is why when we fall short of His glory, we keep going, because we know when it's all said and done, it's going to be well worth everything that we've gone through here in Babylon the Great, man. And wherever brothers and sisters are on the earth. Matter of fact, let's get into Romans real quick. Romans 8. We'll go to start 17. It says, Romans 8:17, for if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Mashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. Because Yahushua, he's already in the second covenant, man. He's already in his immortal body. You see? Never sinning again, completely tied back to the Most High and the fullness of it. You see that? But we have to endure on our course, man. We have to endure on our mission to be made like unto him. And there's going to be a lot of suffering. This is why we go through all the shit we go through here in Babylon the Great and wherever we're scattered to in the earth. You see? We go through all this because we're partaking in Yahushua's suffering. You see? That's what we've been called to do. And if we endure those sufferings, whatever it may be, man, whatever it may be, no matter how crazy the situation may be, it's all a trial and it's all a test, and we must endure through it all, Lord willing. And if we do, we're going to be made like Yahushua is, man. Man, so like you. My sinuses acting up, eyes watering and shit. You see? And the Most High is going to take us from this weakest state that we're in right now, man. This bodies that's always aching and hurting, and demons can hijack your body and bring evil thoughts into your mind and just have you going off, man. You see, this won't be a thing once we're brought into Yahushua's glory, you see? Verse 18 says what? For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. You see that? So whatever we have to go through here in this final captivity, man, it doesn't compare to what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to bring us into when it's all said and done, man. And like we always say, there's no words that we can properly use to properly describe the glory that we're going to be brought into. Lord, wouldn't we be a part of that number? There's no explaining it. You can't fully, like that's what the Apostle Paul said when he went to the spiritual world. He said that there's no, I can't describe it. he couldn't describe it, man, and that's where we find ourselves at, man. At a loss for words when we try to fully paint the picture of the glory that we're gonna be brought into. You gotta understand, man. The Most High is about to be, we're about to be fully tied back to the Most High. Righteous, immortal bodies. You see? The blessings of Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14, being upon us 24/7, or however time is going to work in the kingdom. You see? This is what we're coming into. So we have to endure whatever we're going through because it's going to be well worth it. You see? We're going to be taken from this lower state, man. We're not going to be in this condition forever. Verse 19 says, well, we'll get some more on this. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. And all of existence is waiting for us to be brought back into our glory because we are the ones who are going to get the earth back in that state of being paradise, man. We're the ones you see up under our Lord Yahushua. We're the ones who are going to push forth that righteous spirit in the earth. We're the ones who are going to govern the earth by way of the law, statutes, and commandments, causing life to flourish because the righteous ways are being upheld to the utmost. You see? These heathen don't understand that they need us to rule. Because life is going to be better up under the Israelites, man. The earth is going back to that state of being paradise as the Most High intended it from the beginning. You see? This is what it is. All of creation is waiting for this. Because up under Esau, everything is being thrown out of into a state of disorder, which is causing death to be increased in the earth. All the people of the earth are sighing and crying. because the wicked are being ruled in a complete state of mourning, man, living paycheck to paycheck, so forth and so on. They're longing for us to come back into power, because when we get into power, we're gonna do it the right way. Now, verse 20 says what? For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope. So the reason we fall short is the Most High's glory. The reason why we're so fucked up in this flesh is because the Most High subjected us unto this. We're subject to go off. We're subject to fall short. We're subject not to be perfect. You see, so we can be subject to hope and faith of what? Being made perfect. You see? We're subject into hoping Yahweh Shai is coming to deliver us and to bring us, you see, into that glory with him, man. Never sinning again, never transgressing or going against the Most High's righteous way anymore, man. Just being perfect around the clock. This is what we want. This is what we long for, and this is what it's going to be. This is the hope that burns in the remnant, man. This is why we keep going. Verse 21 says what? Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High. And this is what it is, man. We're going to be delivered from this bondage of corruption, and it's only up from there. See, it starts with us being changed first, man. And then when we come into that glow, when we come into that glorious liberty of the Most High's children of being made perfect, you see, up under that second covenant, then everything we've been longing for is going to come upon us according to Deuteronomy 28:1-14. Those blessings, man. No more suffering, no more sorrow, no more of our children dying. You see? No more degeneracy amongst our people. No more living paycheck to paycheck, barely making ends meet. No more being ruled over by the heathen nations. Going to be completely sovereign in the kingdom of heaven, man. This is what Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai is going to bring us into. You see? Verse 22 says what? For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And not only they, but ourselves also, which are the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves grown within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. And once we get in those new bodies, man, it's on. You see? Once we're taken from this corrupt flesh, it's on, man. It's on forever. No more wicked thoughts, man. No more Satan coming to fuck with you. You see, no more disputes with brothers. It's just going to be, everything is going to be in righteous order. Nothing but love amongst our people. You see, our bodies have to be redeemed, and we're going to be, and that's when Isaiah 64:4, we're going to truly get to see it in. You see? What the Most High has prepared for us who have been waiting for him, man. That glory, that everlasting glory. You see, this is what it is. Let's grab I wanted to grab something else. See, this is what we're longing for, man. And it's all according to biblical prophecy. This is the thing. These things that are written aforetime are written for our learning, as it tells us in Romans 15:5, or 15:4, if I'm mistaken. These things have not been done away with. There's not something new being taught, you see, that, contradicts what was said in the Old Testament. No, the Old Testament and the New Testament go hand in hand. You see, this new heaven and the new earth was spoken through the mouth of the prophet. And the Most High showing his vision unto the Apostle John on the Isle of Patmos, letting him know that he's going to bring these things to pass, man. This is what is waiting for the Most High's people. A new heaven and a new earth where what? Where we rule. Where we have the dominion. Where we call the shots. And it's all according to prophecy. It tells you that the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. Take it from whom? We're going to take it from Esau. You see, and our Lord Yahweh Shai is going to lead the charge. And we're going to be brought into this right here, man. It's Revelation 21. This is the end of the book, letting you know that all these words are faithful and true, man. Nothing has changed. See, these Christians have come, these pagan Christians have come along and try to insert this dogma of Christianity into the scriptures, and it doesn't fit. You see, this is what the Most High has promised to bring us into. Now listen, it says what? Revelation 21:1. Because basically what the Christians have done, these pagan Christians have done, they've created this dogma, you see, and centered it around calling the Most High a liar. The Most High is not going to do this. That doesn't matter anymore. He's dealing with all people now. All nations can be saved, and Jesus Christ came for everyone. And no, man, that's not the truth. This Bible deals with what promises and oaths that the Most High made to a specific seed line. You see? A seed line that was continued through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And it tells us in Malachi 3:6, if I ain't mistaken, that the Most High doesn't change. Let's get it real quick to make sure I'm right. Yup. Malachi 3:6 says, well, for I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. You see? That's what it is. The Most High doesn't change. But according to the pagan Christians, he has. But that shows that's a contradiction. Because it's written that the Most High doesn't change. See, they are trying to insert man's word above the Most High's word. They're trying to uphold man's word above the Most High's word, and that's not how it works. Everything the Most High spoken, every prophecy that he revealed unto the prophets is going to happen. And that includes this new heaven and the new earth being set up under our Lord Yahweh Shai and 144,000, so we can rule in righteousness according to the Most High's will. Now, Revelation 21:1. Good Lord. Revelation 21:1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. This is the rulership of the Israelites. You see, this is that everlasting dominion that the Most High prophesied would come. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. The first heaven and the first earth is the rulership of the heathen that ends with Esau. You see, this thing is coming to an end. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Esau is the end of the age of the heathen, and directly after Esau goes down, the Israelites come into power, led by our Lord Yahweh Shai. Verse 2 says what? And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Now, at this point in time, at this point in prophecy, in this vision, what the Apostle John is seeing is us coming down out of that gigantic chariot after being beamed up and saved from the destruction of America and from all the lands we've been scattered to. And that's talking about the remnant. You see, we're coming down as a bride prepared as a bride adorned for her husband, because at this point we're perfect. We have those new bodies. We're up under the second covenant. We're completely righteous. Hey, we're back in that state of being what? The Elohim again, man. You see, we're back in the fullness of being the sons of the Most High again. This is what the Apostle John is seeing right here. Us coming down in great glory as the Most High promised to bring us into. Verse 3 says what? And I heard a voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and they will dwell with him, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their God. So this lets us know, because every time the Most High says this, that we're going to be his people, and he's going to be our God, he's alluding to us being brought into that second covenant, that everlasting covenant that the Most High promised to bring us into, according to that oath that he made with our forefather Abraham in the book of Genesis chapter 17. At this point, we're up under that second covenant, man, showing you that everything is going to come to pass. We're going to be brought into this, man. Look, man, one day we're going to have new bodies. The Most High has already showed John the vision. If the Most High doesn't do this, that makes him a liar, and we know. Numbers 23:19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. If he said it, he's going to do it. If he spoke it, it is going to come to pass. So here it is. We're going to be brought into the estate of being gods, man. Never sinning again. Can you imagine that? Never sinning or having a wicked thought ever again. Never having an urge to go off, but doing righteousness around the clock. Automatic, man. This is what we're about to be brought into. A higher glory. Ultimate glory. You see, a way of existence that we can't even comprehend fully in this wicked flesh, man. Being completely tied back to the Most High through Yahweh Shai. Verse 4 says what? And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. So this condition that we suffer right now up under our enemies, you going through shit with your woman, you got financial issues and family members dying, women having your women having miscarriages, so forth and so on, man. All those things, you see, the Most High is going to take that away from us. You see? He's going to take it away from us. We'll never be in this condition ever again. This is the final time we will ever have to suffer this way as a people. Can you imagine that? Like, your children never dying, man. You see, never being in danger. Ever. You see that? No more death amongst the Israelites. No more so-called black on black crime or Hispanic on Hispanic crime or Native American on Native American crime. That shit, that's going to be passed from us to the heathen nations, as it tells us in Deuteronomy 30:7. All these curses that we suffer right now, they're going to be put upon our enemies, man. Matter of fact, let's show you that real quick. Deuteronomy 30:7, it says, what? And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So the tables are going to be turned. We're going to go from being up under the curses to being up under the blessings, and the heathen are going to go up under the curses, man. You see? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to take us away from this. It goes on to say, for the former things have passed away. Yeah, for the former things have passed away. So this wicked flesh that we abide in right now, it's all going to pass away, man. This flesh is not going into the kingdom of heaven. It says what? Verse 5. And he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, write, for these words are true and faithful. And it doesn't mean that he's going to create a brand new planet. No, he's just going to have everything refreshed. You see? Everything is going to be refreshed, and it's going to go back to how the Most High intended it to be, you see, from the beginning. When you read that creation story, it tells you after every day, the Elohim saw it, that it was good, and that was so-and-so day. It's going to go back to how the Most High intended it to be from the beginning. All the fruit are going to have, it's going to be natural fruit, no GMOs. You see, we're going to have cattle, no fucking, what's the shit? Lab-grown meat. The waterways are going to be purified, because we're going to take the animals that they're putting in the fucking seafood section and put them back in the water so they can be the natural filters the Most High intended it to be. Everything is going back to that order that the Most High wanted to be in from the beginning. You see? This is what's about to happen. You see? No more disorder, no more chaos, no more confusion. The way Esau's been running this planet Earth is completely wrong, man. You see? And our Lord Yahweh Shai is going to get everything going back in that proper way, according to the Most High's will. You see? So it says what? Revelation 21:5. And he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, write, for these words are true and faithful. There it is. Everything that has been said throughout all these scriptures, you see, from the beginning to the end, they're faithful and true, meaning they're going to come to pass. You see, not one of these prophecies will fail, man. Because once again, if a prophecy fails, what does that say about the Most High? That makes him a liar. And we know that he doesn't do that, man. You see? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai doesn't lie. But according to the pagan Christians, you see, these prophecies don't matter. You see? To them, the Most High is he's just gonna do away with everything that he promised, all the oaths that he made, all the promises that he made, all these prophecies that he's revealing to his servants, the prophets. He basically said to hell with it. No, man. No. That's not the truth. The Most High is gonna do everything he said he's gonna do. When it's all said and done, his people will reign supreme, man. That's what's coming. This is what's about to happen. And when we're reigning supreme, we're gonna be completely sovereign. You see? And everything is gonna go our way forevermore. Whew. You see? Everything ain't nothing. If you want to start a business, it ain't gonna fall through. It's gonna flourish for the rest of time. You see? Your women are gonna be your women for the rest of time. No man, no other man is gonna touch them. All women not gonna even think about other men. This is how an order is gonna be up under, you see, the Most High's righteous way. Once again, no more GMO foods, no more fucking farm-raised salmon and all this genetically modified whatever that Esau got going on. This nigga trying to give people 3D printed meat. That's not... What the hell? The Most High made the cows to be eaten, man. We're going to go back to following the dietary law. Everyone. No more pork on the menus. No more shrimp, crab, lobster, clams. All that's going to go back to its natural order of doing what the Most High intended to do. And that's to be what? Filters for the planet Earth. No more rainbow flag agenda. You see? The murder rate is going to decrease. The divorce rate is going to decrease. All this fucking death and disease. You see? It's going to be decreased in the kingdom of heaven, man. And this is what we want, man. We're tired of the condition that the earth has come to upon the Esau, man. And this is why we're calling for the Most High to send Yahweh Shai back, man. And he's going to do it. He's going to do it, man. It says what? Man, good Lord. The weather changed and body started going haywire. Good Lord. Verse 6 says what? And he said unto me, it is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and end. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. And this is what we have. You see, we have. Good Lord. We have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man, and we have it freely. You see? And this is why we go so hard. That's why we're always pushing out videos, man, because we believe in this. Even in our fucked up state down here on the earth in these bodies, we still going hard and we believe in it. With all our shortcomings, we're still pushing it forth. And we're still crying to the Lord that, hey, let's do this. Baba Kasha. Let's get it. Allow the time to go by even faster so these things can be done. You know, we're not asking the Most High to skip a prophecy because we know that's something that he can't do. You see? We're just asking, hey, let's allow this time to go by faster. And if you've been paying attention, there's only 2 more months left in this year. You see? So the time has been going by because what? The Most High is speeding up the time for the elect's sake. Because he's ready to do these things, man. He's ready to bring us into this. He's ready to bring us into that second covenant, man. You see? Salakia, man. Good Lord. The Most High wants to do this for us, man, and he will do it. He will do it. No matter what these naysayers say, all these scoffers and these mockers and these butt-ass pagan Christians, you see, who are trying to hinder the men of the Lord from doing the work. Niggas like Vocab Malone, who's dedicated his whole entire life to trying to disprove what we're saying. You see, hey, bro, they gonna fail, man. You see, they gonna fail, and they're gonna be found out to be liars when it's all said and done. That we have been telling the truth the whole time. You see. But it says, what, verse 7, it says, he that overcometh shall inherit all things. Look at that. All things are about to be given into our possession. That means the entire planet Earth and all the resources in it, including the heathen nations. You see? All these different planets and galaxies, that belongs to us, man. Those planets and those galaxies are not there for no reason. They're there for us to inherit, You see, and spread out and populate the universe. That's what that. Do you see the magnitude of it? That's why we can't really put words to what it's going to be when it's all said and done, man. We can't put words to. Do you understand? We're going to have planets in our possessions, and the resources on those planets are going to be ours. And we're going to have innumerable wealth, man. Do you understand? Wealth so great that you can't even count it all. That's what's about to be done for us. So we got to hold on. We got to keep fighting. Yeah, it gets hard. You get agitated in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't even want to wake up. Just want it to be over. But we as the teachers, we still have to go out here and do our thing for Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, man. You see, because that's the least we can do. Especially knowing what he's about to bring us into, what he's about to give unto us. God damn. You see? So it says what? Revelation 21:7, it says, "He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son." And this is what we have to do. We have to overcome, man. Because you got to understand, too, Satan is ramping up. He's coming at brothers even harder, man. You see? And there's more trials and tests that await us before we get up out of here. But if we overcome all these things, man, and we do that through faith in Yahweh Shai, we're going to inherit all things, and we're going to be brought back into the fullness of being the sons of God, man. You see? Where the Most High is going to open up, you see, glorious things unto us, man, that we can't, like, once again, can't even be comprehended. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's so, because there's nothing that we can say to actually, to describe what it's truly going to be, man. We just know it's going to be on a completely different level than anything that anyone has ever seen in the existence of man on earth, man. You see? This about to be crazy. And this is what we're longing for, man. This is what we're fighting for. Fighting for that kingdom. And let's get what Yahweh Shai said, man. Let's get this real quick. This is Luke 12 and 32. It says, "What? Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." The Most High wants to give us the kingdom. And how do we know this? He told Yahweh Shai to tell us this. When you have the true understanding of these scriptures, you know everything Yahweh Shai came to teach us, he brought it from the Father. So if Yahweh Shai is telling us that it's the Most High's good pleasure to give us the kingdom, the Most High told Yahweh Shai to tell us that. He wants to do this, man. That goes into that expected end that the Most High has for his people. It was never meant for us to be in this condition forever, man. This is only temporary. You see? This is only for a moment. Oh, man. Here we go. Let's get it. Is that 1 Corinthians 14? No. Oh, man. There we go. 2 Corinthians 4:18. Listen, it says what? For our light, 2 Corinthians 4:17 says, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment." And that's what it is right now. It's a light affliction. You see? Satan tries to come, well, he does come and magnify the little situations we go through. And because we continue on in faith and don't give up, once the Most High brings us through that trial, you see, we realize that it really wasn't nothing, man. You see, Satan just intensified it and made it seem worse than what it really is. But this is a light affliction, man. And we got a little bit more to go through in the form of Jacob's trouble, because through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of heaven. Point blank, period. But it's only a light affliction, man. It says what? 2 Corinthians 4:17, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory." Eternal glory. That's what we're coming into. You see how you have the celebrities of our people, they hot for 4-5 years on top of the world, and then all of a sudden they're on a downward spiral. Goddamn cars getting repossessed, houses foreclosed on, Now you got scandals coming out on them. You see, they had that small moment of glory, but it was taken away from them. That won't be us in the kingdom. When we're on, we're going to be on forever. You see, especially the men of the Lord, we're going to be righteous rock stars in the kingdom of heaven forevermore, man. Our glory is gonna expand the heavens. You see, our names are gonna ring. Lord, wouldn't we be a part of that number? Our names are gonna ring bells all throughout the galaxies, man. You see, as the men who stood stiffly for the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai in the most wickedest kingdom to ever be established on the earth. You see, through all the hell we went through, all the trials and tribulations that brothers go through, all that's gonna be written about, man. You see, you see, when it's all said and done, we're gonna be brought into that eternal glory, that never-ending glory. Verse 18 says what? For while we look not at things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal. The things that we see around us is temporary. This fucking condition, these 9-to-5s, fucking bills piling up. Your woman always got a damn attitude. Your kids are demons. You see, nothing ever really goes your way. You see, this is temporary. This is temporary, man. This is not the glory that the Most High has promised us, man. We have something greater coming. It says what? But the things which are not seen are eternal. And what's the things that are not seen? What Yahweh Shai is bringing with them, man. You see? Those new bodies, these blessings. You see us having dominion on the earth and ruling on the earth over the heathen nations forevermore. Hey, that's what we coming into. This is the last time we will ever suffer in this condition like this, man. But this is what it is. You see, you really can't even fathom how great it's going to be, man, because we can't even think that high yet, you know? So let's get one more, and we'll wrap it up. Let's get, I actually grabbed it earlier. Salagia. This one. Oh, yeah. This is Jeremiah 29. And we'll start at verse 11, because this is what the Most High has in store for us, man. No matter what these damn heathens say, this is what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai says he's going to do. And it will be done, it says. Jeremiah 29 and 11, it says, For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith Yahweh, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. And this is what the Most High intends to bring us into. This is what the Most High will bring us into. You see? Because these are the thoughts that he has towards his people, us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He has thoughts of peace toward us, man. Meaning he's going to take us from this condition. Just look around at our people, man. They're completely gone. Completely destroyed. It won't be this way when it's all said and done. Verse 12 says what? Did I finish? Let me read 11 again. Jeremiah 29 and 11 says, For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. And that's being done for us right now. So we're in the process of being returned fully back into the Most High. But this is how the Most High set it up for us to get there. We have to be in the straight gate, walking in his ways as best we possibly can with all faith in Yahweh Shai. You see? Once again, this is why the time is speeding up. This is why these months are blowing by. It's because the Most High is prepared to bring us into everything he's promised to bring us into. Verse 13 says, What? And ye shall seek me and find me when you shall search for me with all your heart. And then we will repent, you know, leave off from the ways that got us in this situation in the first place, man. Walk in that spirit of obedience toward the Most High. By doing what? By taking heed to what Yahweh Shai has told us. Verse 14 says what? And I will be found of you, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, And I will turn away your captivity, and I will gather you from all the nations from all the places where I have driven you, saith Yahweh, and I will bring you again into the place whence I caused you to be carried away captive. So when it's all said and done, the Most High is sending Yahweh Shah back to deliver the remnant from wherever we are in the earth. You see? And once we finish that crowning ceremony that we read about in 2nd Ezra chapter 2, once that is completed, we're going to come down as we read in Revelation 21, and we're going to do what? We're going to take the earth just like the Most High prophesied we would do. You see? And we're going to get this thing going back in the right way, the righteous way. You see, this is what it is, man. This is what Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua has promised to bring us into, and it will be done. Thus saith the Bible, thus saith Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua. So with that, I'm going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful little Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah has created us to do. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, Yabba, Baba.